South Korean support for nuclear weapons among strategic elites is much lower than that of the public. Our polls show only about 30 to 35% of elites believe that that is the right path for South Korea, as opposed to 74 or 75% for the general public. Hello, I'm Victor Cha, Senior Vice President for Asia and Korea Chair at CSIS, and I'm here to talk about our recent report, Breaking Bad: South Korea's Nuclear Option. If any of you have been watching the news lately, there has been a lot of speculation that the South Korean public is very interested in South Korea acquiring nuclear weapons. In fact, recent public opinion polls put the number as high as 76% of South Koreans, because of North Korea's nuclear threat, because of the wars that are taking place in Europe and the Middle East, have a desire for South Korea to go for nuclear weapons. With our report, we tried to do a more systematic and detailed survey of strategic elites in South Korea. Professors, experts, officials, former officials, business elites, to try to understand how not the public, but strategic elites in South Korea think about nuclear weapons. The main takeaway of our report is that South Korean support for nuclear weapons among strategic elites is much lower than that of the public. Our polls show only about 30 to 35% of elites believe that that is the right path for South Korea, as opposed to 74 or 75% for the general public. However, this ambivalence towards going nuclear, the desire to stay a non-nuclear state, is conditional. It is not something that is gifted to the United States. And in fact, when we asked these people what they would do if the United States pursued a policy of decoupling and disengagement from the Korean Peninsula in terms of U.S. security commitments, a vast majority of them said they would change their mind. So one of the most important takeaways from this report is that it undercuts the conventional wisdom that South Korea is sitting on the precipice of becoming a nuclear weapon state. However, the United States has to manage this situation very carefully. It has to avoid rhetoric that talks about decoupling or disengagement. It needs to amplify and support the voices for nonproliferation in South Korea, and should also try to support and encourage South Korea to play a larger role in nonproliferation, in nuclear safety and security, and in nonproliferation organizations, international organizations, and NGOs around the world. To read the full report, Breaking Bad: South Korea's Nuclear Option, please visit csis.org.